Welcome in, everybody, to the RXFL Week 16. And yes, we are streaming with you guys here on YouTube. We want to switch it up a little bit. We've been going kind of back and forth, trying to figure out which place to stream is going to be the best place to stream. Because we've been switching over to Twitch. We've had a lot of success in doing short form videos, 20 to 30 minutes as video form here on YouTube. And Twitch has kind of released these new kind of streaming rules. So we're coming back to YouTube for a little bit to try it out, but we'll see how this goes. We'll stream here. We'll re-upload the video as a video later on. But we encourage you guys, if you're here, to continue to hit the follow button. We still haven't decided, I don't know if it's too confusing going from Twitch to YouTube, but as Twitch is kind of making things harder and harder for smaller streamers to get noticed and stand out, I wanted to test it out and see what we got going on YouTube for a little bit here. So we're still trying to get to 1,000 subs, so if you would, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button for us. We're in week 16, and we're going to be hitting the RXFL pavement fast and furious over the next couple of weeks here on TB Sports 27, RXFL, and WWE 2K, as we are right around the corner of Halloween Havoc, which is coming out soon. We're starting to release, have you guys been seeing some of the SmackDown episodes we did over on Twitch a number of weeks ago? The build-up to Halloween Havoc is coming up. We've finished all of the weeks. We got Halloween Havoc right around the corner. Maybe this weekend, we're going to have to see. I'm going to a Tampa Bay Rays game on Saturday, and then, of course, all the USFL playoff games are this weekend, too. Isn't Money in the Bank this weekend or the weekend after, I think? So or Forbidden Door, that's the one that's this weekend, Forbidden Door. So there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend. So we'll see what happens, but looking to do a lot of RXFL, looking to do a lot of WWE 2K coming up here down the line. At least get through the postseason here. The Denver Broncos franchise, we know, part of our Patreon mega fans, they've been requesting to see the Denver Broncos franchise, so maybe a little bit more of that. So a lot of good stuff still coming here on the channel, and we're still running our Patreon promotion. AEW Fight Forever, if you guys want to see it on the channel, help us unlock AEW Fight Forever by getting us 10 new Patreon subscribers in the month of August. If you can do that before the end of the month of August, we're still in June here, so you got 2.5 months before the end of the month of August. 10 new subscribers, patreon.com/TBSports27, and we will play, unlock, and we will bring a second wrestling series to the channel here in AEW Fight Forever. The Chicago Wolverines were kicking off week 16 here Thursday night. They were 9-0. They were the class of the league here. Look at this. They have lost 5 in a row. They were 9-0. They've gone 0-5. They are now in third place. They have lost first place to Mexico City. They're still fighting with the St. Louis Rhinos to get a playoff spot, which is still in their grasp. We looked at it. There's still some spots, so still an opportunity. As you can see, they are right in the thick of it. They are going up against a Orlando Wizards team that is all but out of the postseason, ranked number 27th, and you can see where they are. They are way down, as Tom Brady and the Dirty Birds still trying to make that run. There they are, there at 27th. So this will be an interesting one. This is going to be a two-parter. So we'll get part one here, and then we'll come right back with the second portion of this for you in just a couple of moments, and then we'll probably download this and re-upload this to YouTube at a later period, because like I said, we've been getting really good views as of late. The SmackDown episode we did not too long ago has got some great viewership, so we have not seen them in all white. That could be interesting. Switch it up a little bit. I know we've done the orange pants here, kind of a thicker stripe there, really thick. We did the blue stripe, didn't we, recently? Let's do it. Let's switch it up again. Let's go really thick. Let's get the thickest. Let's see, the double. Now, the one thing that is a little weird, because this is like an old school, it doesn't have like any of the Nike stuff on there. So that is a little weird You know, I guess that doesn't either. It's on the two. It's got the little patch there on the side. But it is kind of strange not having the Nike stuff on there. But you know what? We're going to go for it. 85. Let's do the 85 Bears tribute. Let's do it. So we'll go all white there, and of course we gotta put them in the purple jerseys. Hopefully this is gonna work because this game does glitch sometimes. Okay, there we go. So yeah, RXFL kicking off week 16 here in Thursday Night Football. We've flexed the Monday night game because it doesn't have any playoff implications, so we got a lot of playoff action coming your way. Thank you guys again for tuning in to this live stream, whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching the replay on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, we ask you to hit that thumbs up button and hit the like button if you don't mind. That'll really help us out. And we were talking about our viewership has been doing really good as of late. We've been doing the videos we've been uploading have been performing really well, including the wrestling content. Like we just had a video that was hitting in the hundreds and hundreds of views. Our first episode of SmackDown. Now the other two parts have not performed all that well. The viewership has not been great, but we're still pushing through on that. So if you don't mind, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. We still show in the analytics that most of our YouTube viewers, probably about 95% of them, come from folks that aren't subscribers. So even if you subscribe and never come back to another video, it really helps out and it helps YouTube recommend our stuff. So it's a cold night. It is Chicago here. Chicago Wolverines trying to end the losing streak. So Orlando has got to deal with this Chicago cold here. This is more so for Orlando, this playoff run. The Orlando, or I should say Chicago, because the Orlando Wizards are basically out of it. So they're just trying to play spoiler, while the Chicago Wolverines are trying to do whatever they can to turn their fortunes around. I kind of like their all-white look here. This looks kind of good. You can see they're clinging on right there, Chicago, in that final spot as they got the Desperados. You're never out of the clear when you got Tom Brady trying to chase you down. I think I saw the Benjamins in the mix there as well. So yes, if you could hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, watching along here on YouTube. Go ahead and follow us on Twitch because we haven't quite decided, whether we stream on Twitch, stream on YouTube. It is easier to stream on Twitch because you can just directly upload the video right to YouTube. By streaming on YouTube, I'm going to have to download a copy of it and re-upload it because YouTube doesn't tend to suggest live streaming all that often. So that's kind of why we go the YouTube or the Twitch route onto YouTube. So follow us over on Twitch, TV Sports 27. Cordell Stewart, we must have an injury in the mix here because your starting quarterback has been Carson Wentz unless there was a benching. Let's take a look at the injury report. So Cordell Stewart, who is a quarterback I grew up watching because my mom is from Pittsburgh, and growing up watching football in the 90s, Cordell Stewart was the guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers for those mid-90s years. And then you see Carson Wentz with the ACL tear, of course, Barry Sanders, a big reason why the Wolverines have probably gone 0-5. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to see a new little wrinkle to the offense here. Cordell Stewart, his first in-game action in a long, long time. When's the last time we've seen Cordell Stewart in football? And he's going to start this one off with a pass deep down the field to Jeremy Shockey, just at midfield. So, wrapping up some of the plugs here. Again, we're still running our Patreon promotion. We're trying to get 10 new Patreons before the end of the month of August. So you got 2.5 months, 10 new signups. 616 Entertainment, he's doing his Patreon promotion. He's already got half it knocked out. He's doing an awesome job. We're just looking for 10 new Patreons. We will buy and we will play AEW Fight Forever on the channel, bringing you a second weekly, monthly, daily wrestling show on the channel. We will play it just like we do WWE Universe Mode, a full-blown career, a full-blown AEW TV show, Dynamite, Rampage, whatever's in there, we'll play it, and we'll do it just like a weekly show. So help unlock AEW Fight Forever, help bring it to the channel. 10 brand new Patreons, patreon.com/tbsports27. And we'll wrap this one up with our Patreon shoutouts. A big thank you to our Patreon mega fans who help make this channel possible and keep this channel alive each and every week. Can't thank you guys enough. Big thank you to Mr. Maple, to Justin Russell, Jonathan Harrigan, and of course, Ultra fan member Kay Duckman, who had an awesome stream last weekend with the Denver Broncos franchise. We didn't end up being able to get on here for Father's Day. We were going to try to stream Rey Mysterio Showcase mode, and we weren't able to get that to you just with how busy the holiday was. But hopefully next weekend we'll see. Either that, or I know Sunday Night Heat is coming up. Oh my goodness, Cordell Stewart. They tried to have him run it. And yeah, Leonard Marshall, he's old school. Leonard Marshall's not dealing with that quarterback running around stuff. So, yeah, so also probably this weekend we'll try to knock out the Sunday Night Heat portion of Halloween Havoc, which is exclusive to Patreon, so be on the lookout for that. And Cordell Stewart couldn't find anybody open. He wanted to step up, and Junior Seau made the stop. So, decent drive, though, for the Orlando Wolverines. You know, they're going to be sad that this one stalled out, but for a brand new quarterback coming into this one, it's going to be Josh Scobie here to attempt the field goal attempt. For a brand new quarterback coming on, trying to defeat this Wolverines team. And it's kind of interesting because the last time we saw the Wizards, they pulled off an upset here on the channel. And I don't know, would you consider, obviously you look at the records, and the favored team should be the Chicago Wolverines. Like, they were the #1 team for a long time here in the RXFL, but when you look at it now, this team's lost 5 in a row, so would it be an upset if the Wolverines got the victory? I don't know. You guys have to let me know.
And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well.
Joe Theismann, he's been the guy. He's been the guy in Chicago trying to keep this thing together. Of course, you got Todd Gurley, who's in the backfield because of Barry Sanders out with injury. Of course, Barry Sanders finally won his first 2 Pro Football Championships, a long time coming, in our previous league, the RFL, the Revolution League, with the Huntington Beach Killer Whales winning in back-to-back Season 2 and Season 3. Theismann, pressure coming, and could not get rid of it. Of course, the ball just gets sucked to your hand in Madden, and you can't release it. He goes down. Carl Eller with the sack. And, yeah, Season 1 quickly coming to an end. I got some plans for Season 2. Going to look to do a second or at least a third season here in this particular Madden. And then eventually, I want to switch over because the new Madden's supposed to... Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful pitch and catch. 47 yards, Joe Theismann to Tyler Lockett. Eventually, you know, the debate is still out there whether or not Madden 24 is going to be a good game or not, but they've introduced a lot of new relocation cities, but more so international relocation cities. So I kind of want to do a second year or a third, and I kind of have some ideas too to, you know, we won't do as many games as we did in Season 1, but a way to kind of speed it up. And, you know, we'll drop that on you when we get ready for Season 2, and hopefully you guys like it, but it might allow us to get through the season a little quicker, because we did do a lot of games. We did 5 games a week, so 5 times 17 weeks. That's a lot of games. So, but with the new Madden, I'm interested, and maybe not Madden 24 right away, because it usually takes Madden a couple of releases before they get things down. I'm interested with these other relocation cities. Most of them are going to be international. There's only 3 new U.S. relocation cities, so that's kind of interesting. And maybe we do kind of like a World Football League. You know, we do half of the U.S. cities and half international and stuff. What would you guys like to see about that? And with that to be said, and there's another completed pass to Tyler Lockett, do you think we're going to lose any relocation cities? Like, are they going to switch up any of the uniforms, or are they going to allow us to make the uniforms? That would be the dream. You know, we're doing what we can with what they give us. We're using the relocation unis. Steve Smith, did he cross the line? No. And then we're using some of the more unique uniforms for NFL teams. So obviously this is the Chicago Bears, but we call them the Chicago Wolverines because they have this Wolverines-esque throwback. And then, of course, down below you see the Tampa Bay Mutiny. We dress them up in the creamsicle. The St. Louis Rhinos, who obviously wear the Viking uniforms, but it kind of looks like a rhino's horn on the helmet. And the St. Louis Rhinos, there's a touchdown for the Wolverines. The St. Louis Rhinos were a team in All-Pro Football 2K8, the team that we had for a while. They went through a lot of uni changes because when we first started, it was the blue and orange. Then we switched it to blue and yellow, and then we kind of did like a hybrid because at the time the Rams were wearing white and blue. So then we did white and blue for the road and blue and yellow at home, which I think is kind of cool. I hated when the Rams were trying to do that white and blue look because they had the mismatched jersey. But one idea that I thought would look kind of cool is I don't think it's really ever been done in football that I can think of, but a team that just had a completely different color scheme for home and away. And by that I mean, wouldn't it have been cool if the Rams did yellow and blue at home, but then for road games they did the white and blue? Like they completely got rid of all the yellow. I think that would look kind of different and kind of cool, but obviously they got the new unis, they won the Super Bowl, and the rest is history there. Line up in the pistol, Cordell Stewart gives it to Corey Dillon. And Dillon's going to lose 4 yards on that one. There's Leonard Marshall again. So Wolverine defense in the last handful of plays have really stepped up and come up with some big stops. Cordell now, he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's got an open man, and it's Corey Dillon, who burned past Cam Chancellor and made the diving catch. The Orlando Wizards, kind of like a combination, I guess more like the Ravens, kind of a gold, purple, and black. And, of course, the Rhinos wearing the purple and white. The Brooklyn Beats, purple and silver. Give to Dillon. Good opening. Dillon cuts across the field. And I think they're going to give him the first down. They are. So, Wizards continuing to strongly move the football here behind Cordell Stewart. Again, big advantage for Chicago. We're here, cold weather. And Stewart, incomplete. Wow. It's Keyshawn Johnson. It's kind of weird seeing, I've probably said this before last time we streamed, it's weird seeing Keyshawn with a number 80 because he was always number 19. Number 19 in our hearts, number 19 on the field. But a rare drop for Keyshawn. He's usually pretty sure-handed back there. Orlando Wolverines trying to... Oh, Goose. Almost jumped off sides there. Yeah, the Orlando Wizards here trying to play spoiler to the Chicago Wolverines. Try to hand them their 6th straight loss. They still could make the postseason even if they don't win another game. And Stewart was looking to the end zone, and he was looking for Mark Bavaro. And they're going to have to settle for another field goal here. They can still conceivably make the postseason, the Chicago Wolverines, with a 9-7 record. Has a team ever made the playoffs on a 9-game losing streak? I'm sure there's some weird stat somewhere. Like, of course, you had, in the Arena Football League, the Washington Valor that went like 2-10 and won the Arena Bowl because that was the year that all the teams got to go to the playoffs. But I'm curious in the NFL, and I can't think of a time. You guys let me know in the comments. A team that's gone into the playoffs on a 7-game losing streak. That's what the Chicago Wolverines are staring down right now. They only got 2 weeks left here in the regular season. They were number 1 for the longest time. Theismann guns it in there to John Stallworth. And look at some of the games at the bottom of your screen, because as we said, we flexed the... I think that was, it was going to be the Oilers and the Cougars was going to be your Monday night game, and we flexed that because it didn't have any playoff implications. Theismann. That's going to be a first down for the Chicago Wolverines. Steve Jordan. Mexico City and Portland. We're going to do. Trying to remember what other ones we said we were going to do here. I got to look at the bottom of the screen here. But Mexico City and Portland could be a possible championship match. I think Austin and Oklahoma City was one we mentioned about doing. Pitching to the outside to Gurley. And only, in fact, he lost yards on that one. Mutiny and Rhinos, did we talk about that? 9-5 and 9-5?
And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game.
One of those might have been a Sunday night game.
Safety close to make that play. Might want to check into a throw the next time.
John Stallworth, first down, Chicago.
Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or
Atlanta and Memphis will be a big one because Memphis has really won a bunch of games as of late. Tom Brady trying to get the Dirty Birds into the postseason here. Their hopes are still alive, as are the San Francisco Demons at 6-8. Toronto and Sacramento, I think that might have been another game we were looking at doing because that's going to have some big playoff implications. San Diego Aftershock, they're still alive too at 6-8. The LA Kiss, they've clinched. Dublin, they're still hoping for a run. Oh, that was the one we were going to do. The Benjamins and the Desperados. Theismann's going to take off. And he'll get the first down. Looking down at the barrel of Lewis Wright. Yeah, Dallas and Philly, that was the one that we were going to do. Because that's going to have big playoff implications in the National East. The Desperados and the Benjamins. How about the new era? Theismann, Stallworth, I don't think he got his feet down. And that's going to be the first incompletion. So from Cowboys to Eagles to Desperados and Benjamins in a big one. What other big? 76ers and Mavericks, right? Stars and Flyers. Theismann, oh my goodness, and that one tipped away by Mel Blount, who had a pretty good run with the Omaha Firebirds, who continue their run here, 6th season as the worst franchise, now moving to Las Vegas, not having the success of the Golden Knights. Theismann, corner, oh my goodness, and it's dropped. Steve Jordan had it. It was well contested, but this is going to be yet another field goal. First one for the Wolverines, but Mason Crosby's kick is good. And it's 10-6. Still anybody's ball game here in a cold, chilly Chicago. Chicago home to two RXFL franchises, the Chicago Wolverines and the Chicago Cougars. Of course, Chicago Cougars, formerly the Windy City Ragin' Rabbits, led by Bubby Brister, the famous pink and white. And the Chicago Wolverines, formerly the Ann Arbor Annihilators. Orlando Wizards, an expansion club. Corey Dillon to the outside. They're part owned by the Disney Corporation. Look at that. I mean, it's Disney all the way with the Wizards. The Wizards, the Magic, it's all Disney. Mighty Ducks, Angels. Lined up in the eye here. Corey Dillon has had some great blocking. Oh my God, in the juke. Corey Dillon, for the second time, was burning Cam Chancellor. He beat him on the pass. Corey Dillon's had some big openings here for the Orlando Wizards on Thursday night. Wizards looking good with Cordell, with Dillon. Jeremy Shockey's back there. Play fake, and Cordell rolling out. He's going to throw it, and it's intercepted. Lito Shepherd. And that was one where Cordell on the move thought he had an open man. I mean, it was one-on-one, and he just could not. He thought, Cordell Stewart thought he was going to thread the needle, was looking for Jeremy Shockey, and he had Shockey back there, but Shepard did not allow that to happen. So that's a big stop for the Chicago Wolverines here, trying to end this losing streak. Theismann. Screen pass out to Gurley. Wow. Gurley gets lit up by Bulware. It's AEW Wednesday, by the way, folks. So we got AEW coming up here. Yeah, big business. We're taping this on a Wednesday. This will be uploaded in early August. You guys are getting the first look here. And we're not getting much traction here on YouTube. So, again, it's kind of why we've been doing the Twitch thing for a little bit. As we mentioned that our YouTube streaming numbers haven't been that great. Every once in a while, though, I try to switch it up and see how YouTube's doing. But we may do the second half back on Twitch. But this will be uploaded in early... Oh, Theismann! Sacked by Mel Blount. This one will be uploaded on YouTube in early August. So we're very much ahead of schedule here. That was a 3 and out. How about it? So this has been more than a year in the making, the RXFL. When did we start this? We started this... You better pick that up, I was going to say. You got plenty of field in front of you. Donald Driver, of course, famous former Green Bay Packer. But yeah, I believe we started this almost a year ago. We'll have to look. And that's why we often say, for when we inevitably get the question, well, why are you playing such an old Madden? Well, 2 reasons. One is that the last couple of Maddens haven't been great. Madden 21, 22, 23 have been just riddled, glitchy mess. Stewart, oh my God. Cam Chancellor, the Legion of Boom out there. The first episode of the RXFL went up on November 21st, 2021. So that was more than a year ago. Because we're in August 2023. Oh, Stewart hesitated. I can't believe it's been that long.
On third down so far in this first half, relatively small sample size, but they're now
I'm just looking at it now. Yeah. Man, so there you go. So this the first episode, and that's why we said for season 2, season 3, we got some ideas to try to maybe speed this thing along. It's going to involve streaming less games, but you'll get through the seasons a little quicker. That's Bobby Joe Green, by the way, not Mean Joe Green. So less games, but you'll get through the seasons a little bit quicker there. We got a major injury. I couldn't quite get a number. It looked like 80. No, it's Steve Smith. Wow. The veteran. Well, everyone's a veteran in this league. But, you know, Steve Smith, that's what they always called him just because he stood the test of time. But yeah, so there you go. November of 2021. We are in August of 2023, so it might even be a full 2 years for us to complete this. So that answers the question of why are you playing such an old Madden? It's not even that old, but it's because 21, 22, 23 have been glitchy messes, and this is how long it takes. It takes me 2 years to get through a season mode here, and if we bought the new Madden every year, then what the heck? We wouldn't be able to finish this. So, you know. And it allows you guys to see a Madden that no one's playing anymore. Everyone's playing the new Maddens. So if you want to see the old school, and we've always done that. Quan Alexander coming off the field here. Steve Smith looks like he'll be okay. But yeah, we did that too. I mean, with our old YouTube channel, we were like rocking with the 2012 games for a while when everyone had moved on. But it was the same reason. We wanted to do multiple seasons. Interception. First turnover of the game for the Chicago Wolverines. Lockhart, the Spider. One of the coolest patches. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Spider Lockhart, when he passed, the Giants in one of their Super Bowl years wore a Spider patch. And it was really cool. I want to look it up right now, in fact. It was like a blue and white spider, and it looks so cool on the jersey. I'm looking it up right now. Spider Giants patch. There it is. Draw play to Dylan. And you can see it on the jersey, too. It's so cool. Even the road one is even cooler that they wore. Because, a broken collarbone for Quan Alexander. That's not good. The road jersey, the patch was white, and the spider was, like, outlined in white. Or the patch was blue, and the spider was outlined in white. So it looks even cooler. It looks like an X-ray spider. Look at this! The Wolverines, I don't know where they are, and Cordell Stewart, touchdown! Slash with the touchdown.
His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Holy smokes, it was at 70 yards.
Making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, look it up. Just look up Spider Giants patch. A super cool patch. And, Spider and the Wizards doing their thing. He got the interception, and then Cordell capped it off, but...
And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10.
But a very cool patch.
That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Wolverines, they're in danger. 6 in a row here.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snap.
Why do they call him Spider? I'm looking on his Wikipedia. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But I still say, one of the coolest patches you're going to see. Winding this ball game down here. Todd Gurley. Oh my goodness. Gurley, one man to beat. He hits the spin on Spider. Todd Gurley. Touchdown. And we're scoring now. Fast and furious. We were just hyping Spider. And we got back-to-back 70-yard plays here. Cordell Stewart, Todd Gurley. This is the RXFL.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly.
How about this one, guys? Uh-oh. Whew.
We know that they can wear teams down, but when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot.
Guys, you're not going to want to miss the second half here. If you want to see the second half, you got two options. We're going to switch back over to Twitch because we're getting great numbers and viewership on YouTube when we upload videos, but when we stream, we just don't get that many. It doesn't perform well. So we're going to go back to Twitch for the second half. So if you want to watch live, if you want to see the second half, if you want to see it in June, we're playing this in June on Wednesday. The date, June 21st, Wednesday. Join us, twitch.tv, hit the follow button. You can watch all the videos live. If you want to watch them at your own pace, watch them on demand. This one will be up in early August. And if you're watching this one on YouTube in early August, come back tomorrow. The conclusion, part 2, we're coming your way tomorrow. It's going to be big business. The Wizards here, Cordell Stewart, who is in for an injured Carson Wentz. It was a debate. Cordell Stewart or Josh Freeman? Who is going to get the start? They went with Cordell. Oh my goodness, and Cordell being really aggressive there. Carson Wentz goes out with an injury. They go with Cordell Stewart. So far, they're in the hunt, man. They're doing their thing. Is the Orlando Wizards, are they going to play spoiler, or are the Chicago Wolverines, who started 9-0 and have lost 5 in a row, Are they going to end the losing streak? You got to come back for part 2 to find out. Mario Williams with the sack. Wolverines take a timeout. And these Chicago Wolverines, they have such a stacked defensive line, but I don't think it's that often. We call Mario Williams, Warren Sapp, Goose, Muhammad Wilkerson all on the line. We've called a number of Wolverine games. I feel like, especially Warren Sapp, it's not that often they get back into the backfield. But this is big here for the Wolverines. They got the 3 and out from their defense here. Now, take advantage before halftime. Get some extra points on the board here on the frozen tundra of Wolverine Field. Theismann under duress, and he goes down. And Carl Eller is going to get his 3rd sack. And Madden says just chew clock. They say give up. Do we give up? I mean, they're all the way back at the 30 now. Let's see what Gurley can do, and then we'll decide. Oh, he gets tripped up. Yeah, he goes right down. Well, the Wizards, they're going to take a timeout. Do we? I say, now Madden's going to say run it, which I hate when they do that. I wish they would give you other options because I got to break out of it. I'm going to chunk it down the field. I'm going to do my classic. If we catch it, it's great. If it's incomplete, you punt. If it's an interception, it's a really big punt. Right? So here we go. Theismann. And see, this is as good as a punt. It might even be better than a punt. Oh, was that Boulware? No, that was Lockhart, the Spider.
They're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
We need another Spider team in the original league, our SFL, which is kind of the precursor to this league. The Sacramento Spiders were a team for a number of years. Donald Driver, look at this! Oh my goodness. All right, you got 46 seconds for the Wizards now. This has been a weird game. Like, they've been scoring in big chunks, right? And they've had 3 and outs. We've seen explosive offense. We've seen staggering defense. And Cordell Stewart, oh, man, tried to squeeze through. Wizards take a timeout. So Cordell's legs have been impressive. I'm not going to say that the passing game yet for the Wizards has quite been there with Cordell Stewart, that it has been, but I guess it hasn't been there for Carson Wentz either. Stewart, that was a beautiful one. Eat my words, as Stewart completes his 3rd one to Donald Driver on the sideline. So that is going to stop the clock. That's pretty good right there. 33 seconds. Cordell. Slash is what they call him. Pressure's on, gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. He took a brutal shot back there just before letting the ball go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10. Stewart steps up, and there is Bavaro, who goes out of bounds. And this is a really nice drive that the Wizards have put together.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Some of the Orlando team options. I almost went with the Orlando Orbits. I really like that name. I think it was the color scheme, because I think I felt like there was too much blue. Oh, did he get both feet down? No. Referees say no. That was close. Orlando Orbits and the Orlando Sentinels was the other one. What is a Sentinel? That was the team on the replacements. Cordell, incomplete. So 10 seconds for the Wizards. They still got a timeout. Don't want to turn it over. You get a field goal on the board here. Cordell, oh, I think he wanted to run it, and it's a turnover. That hurts. That's 2 turnovers deep in their end zone. It's going to be Asante Samuel. And, boy, I think Juju Smith-Schuster out there, number 19, didn't even turn around for it. So that hurts, because that's going to be 2 turnovers deep in their own end zone there. No good. No good there if you are a Wizards fan. And Cordell, I think if it wasn't at the end of the second quarter, he wanted to run the ball. He really did want to run the ball, but man, you just look at it and you couldn't afford to waste the time. So he took the sack, or took the throw, interception. That's going to do it, guys, for the first half. Again, we're going to be back. We're going to jump over to Twitch for the second half. So join us over on Twitch if you want to see the second half. If you're watching the replay here on YouTube, you want to hit the subscribe, you want to hit the follow button because we're coming back tomorrow. You don't want to miss the conclusion of this epic ball game. Second half coming your way tomorrow. Wolverines, Wizards.